Okay, hello. So basically, our plan is that we are going to chat about some fashion related things. Maybe some of the topics are a little controversial. And so we end up obviously chatting a lot about all of this stuff on our Fashion and Frappe WhatsApp group. And we thought it would be interesting to actually have a podcast or some kind of video where, we just kind of chat about it with ourselves and it's actually still recording it. So I'm Anisha here, and
This is
Shraddha, you can go ahead
this
and
is
introduce
Satarupa.
yourself.
So Anisha is from London. She's here. We both basically grew up in Calcutta, but now she's in London. I'm from Bangalore, and we have another person on our blog, which is Bidisha. She's unfortunately not on this particular episode, I guess we can call it, but we're hoping she's on it later on. Okay.
Okay, so our plan was that we have three basic topics that we definitely wanted to talk about today. So I don't know how this is going to start the next week. It might be a little different. We might talk about other things, or we might talk about ourselves or whatever. We haven't really decided everything yet. But this week, our three main topics were: firstly, we wanted to talk about the whole Suhana Khan cover on Vogue India. So, Shadwa, should we start about that first, or should we just introduce the other topics?
I think I can't wait to talk about that because we really have so much to say. So let's just start. Then we can go over the other two once we're done. Cool?
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
Now, since I didn't know about this, so Bidisha actually put a not even, I don't think she even put a picture. I think even before any of the controversy started, she kind of just wrote on our WhatsApp group saying that, I don't know why Suhana Khan is on the cover of Vogue. And my reply to that was, who is Suhana Khan? So I think that was the whole point of the controversy.
Yeah.
So, Shadwa, since hopefully you have seen the cover, can
Yeah.
you just talk about what the issue is?
So I found out similarly. So I think India, the Vogue India Instagram put up their cover on their Instagram page, and a bunch of influencers in Bangalore. I think it was one of the things that everybody was talking about at the same time. So a lot of people didn't even know who she is. And come on, everybody knows who Shah Rukh Khan is. At least you're from India, you know who Shah Rukh Khan is, right? But who knows? Like, I think he has 4 or 5 kids. So are we expected to know who she is just because she's someone's daughter? So the problem is that Vogue has decided Suhana Khan is appropriate cover material. The Vogue cover, like even if you know nothing about fashion, you do not follow fashion, you've at least heard about Vogue, and the Vogue cover is sort of like almost like something that you aspire to be on, right? If you're a model or an actress, also. So it's something that should come as as a reward for years of hard work, or at least after you've achieved something, or at least people know who you are. So this whole situation baffles me. I don't understand this at all. So that is basically what the whole, like, I think unanimously, I don't see anybody really supporting this putting of Suhana Khan on the cover. I think everybody is unanimously wondering, like, what happened? Like, why suddenly? And she's not even doing a movie or anything. I'm not sure if she's going to be in a movie soon. I haven't seen anything. So I'm really baffled.
Okay, so I found it really funny because firstly I did not know who this person is, and I am very bad with all the Bollywood news and all of that. I don't follow it very closely. So I then had to look it up after Bidisha mentioned, and then I went and saw the cover, I saw the Instagram pictures and all of that. But I think, like, obviously the problem is that, I mean, nobody understands why she's on the cover. Like, but apart from that, from what I've heard that she's gotten a lot of trolling and all of that. Now, nobody is saying any of that is okay. She's an 18-year-old kid at the end of it.
Is she 18?
That's fine. Okay. Yeah, apparently she's 18, by the way. Yeah, but like, I mean, it's literally like, the funniest part is I think everybody seems to be really mad about this one particularly.
But it's
which is what I found very interesting.
I mean, I really don't blame people. I think part of the reason they put her on the cover is to generate this sort of controversy,
Yeah.
because it's really, at this point of time, like, how many of us really buy Vogue, or why would we even talk about it if they don't put someone insane on the cover? So I think it's achieving what it's partially, I think, intended to do. Also, I find it very strange is, I think the last cover or the one before that was another like a Star Kid sort of thing. I think it was Sridevi's daughter.
Janvi Kapoor.
Yes, I was totally spacing
This
on
is
her
all
name.
from my research today. I did not know any of this before today, by the way.
So, my point is, this Janvi Kapoor person, she has a movie coming out. I think it's already out or it's about to come out. And this is one of like those really talked about launches. I think Karan Johar is, I think it's either Karan Johar's movie or he's producing it. He's involved with it in some way. So there's a lot of hype and there's a lot of promotion and stuff. So I guess even if I mean, I didn't really know who she was, but I thought her cover was really pretty. I really liked like how they shot the cover, like what she was wearing and all. I liked it, but in some way it makes some sense because she has a movie coming out. It's like she's being talked about. Whatever, it makes some sense. Even if you like allow that to happen, like through whatever stretch of imagination, what is even by that standard basically? Why is this Suhana Khan person on the cover? Like, it makes no sense. Like, literally out of the blue. It's like going out and seeing some nicely dressed person and say, hey, would you like to be on the cover of the book? Please come. And that's it.
Yeah, but that's the funniest part because when you see the cover, underneath that, it literally says student, theatre lover, and future star. I mean, they could not even come up with anything substantial to say about her.
Yeah.
She's 18 years old, of course, she's done nothing in her life.
I mean,
she might become a great actress one day. She might do really well. She might win the Nobel Prize. I don't know. All of that, fine. She might do all of that. But she's done none of that right now. So I think that is one problem with the cover. I think that is, yeah, like you said, I think that is exactly why people are so annoyed about it. Because it's so blatant.
Yeah. I mean, the age is not I mean, a lot of these models are super young. Some, I think, some of these models start when they're 14, 15. I mean, I don't even have a problem with her being young, but I mean, if she had done something, she was a child actor or something, like a model or a dancer. I think she's a dancer. I read somewhere that she's a performer of some sort, or might be theatre, I'm sure.
It wasn't on the cover, so I don't know.
So yeah, it's really strange. I think they've like really lowered their bar. I'm not even. And did you see the video? By the way, there's always like a behind the scenes sort of video of.
I didn't know there was a video. Okay.
So I checked that out on YouTube. It like if you see, I feel really bad for Suhana Khan actually at this point because first of all, I mean, for anybody, I'm assuming it has to be a big deal, right? Like being first cover of Vogue. So there doesn't seem to be a lot of effort put into this specific shoot. If in comparison, if you watch, I keep spacing on her name.
Janvi Kapoor.
Janvi Kapoor, yes, thank you.
Okay.
So if you see her cover shoot, it seemed like a lot of like it's quite different. Like there were a lot of people. Like production seemed like higher quality, more like changes, better like clothes. I mean that might be subjective, but still.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna go and check this out. I haven't seen that before. I haven't seen the other one, so I'm gonna compare it properly and see.
Yeah.
So okay, you know what? The other thing is that honestly speaking, you can't blame Suhana Khan for any of this. Firstly, she is so young, of course.
Come on, she's 18. She can refuse.
Yes, exactly. No, but come on. Like, would you ever refuse a Vogue cover if that's what you got?
I mean, after this, yeah.
Refusing it. But I do blame Vogue. I mean, I don't understand where they are going with this. So I totally understand your point, right? Where you're saying that of course it's going to generate a lot of comments and all of that. Yeah. And I read somebody on Facebook had put up something like, why is everybody so mad about it? This is how magazines sell and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But my point is, do you think there are people who are running out and buying that Vogue cover because Suhana Khan is on the cover? Except 2-3 stupid Instagram comments.
Yeah.
Who is actually buying Vogue covers for Suhana Khan?
But I think more people might buy it this time just to like buy it and then troll it than like at any other point of time. The think about it, okay? It's really, I mean, at this point of time, all these print magazines, it's very difficult to generate like sort of organic comments or organic like chatter about anything, like any cover or any article, unless it's like insanely controversial. So I think now everybody knows there's this Vogue cover she's on, and like at least people who
Hmm.
read Vogue know that there is a new cover which is generating a lot of buzz. So I think on that aspect, some people might buy it. I mean, I might buy it. I feel like almost
Okay,
guilty saying
fine.
it. I might just buy it to see what she does and like what is her like the interview. Or I actually probably I want to change that. I wouldn't buy it, but I would read the article when it comes online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. That's what I don't understand, because I don't think your Instagram comments and your Facebook comments and all of this is going to sell magazines at the end of it, especially for Vogue. And
Yeah.
the other thing, okay, I had these great thoughts about this situation. The other thing is that, I mean, like at the end of it, like a Vogue reader is different from a Filmfare reader.
Exactly.
Now, if there is no real difference at the end of it between the magazines, who is going to buy that Vogue India?
So
I mean,
true.
if you're getting the same content that's there in a film fair, I mean,
Yeah.
like, would I be happy to show that Suhana Kapoor Vogue cover in my drawing room at home? It's snobbish, but I would not. I would not be happy to show that.
But to your point, why would she be on Filmfare? Like she has not been in a movie.
Okay, that's the other point. See, that's my point. She's not even on film fair, but she's on Vogue.
She's on
Why?
Vogue.
One knows.
Yeah. So I don't
Okay,
really get it. I mean, I think we should read the article to see why exactly have they picked her. It doesn't. I mean, right now I'm not sure like what is happening. Is it out? I think it should be out now, right? The cover.
it should be out, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I actually read about what Shah Rukh Khan said about the Vogue cover. Because
Yes.
he apparently released the cover during some Vogue's Beauty Awards or something.
Yeah, I saw those pictures.
Okay, Shah Rukh Khan is an amazing speaker most of the time. But what he said sounded extremely inane. He pretty much said, I hope it doesn't look like she's entitled because she's on the Vogue cover just because she's my daughter. He literally said what everybody was thinking. So I have no idea where that whole sentence was going. It was pretty bizarre.
Yeah, but you can't blame the guy. He's not stupid, so he knows how this is gonna look. So he's just trying to get ahead of it.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
what else
Get
do
ahead.
you say? Yeah,
Yeah.
she
But I
is
mean,
pretty though.
she's lovely, man.
Yeah.
Like any other 18-year-old girl who loves theater and movies or whatever, man. That's the problem. But like, but at the end of it, okay, if my daughter had a chance to be on Vogue, would I tell her, no, you shouldn't because you haven't earned it? No, I'd be like, go ahead, party, man. If I had a chance to be on Vogue, would I say no because I don't deserve it? I'd be like, no, man, they want me, I'm going to be on it for sure.
Yeah, but there's so much of this hate coming her way now. Like it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they do. They say like any publicity is good, but I mean, for an 18-year-old, it's got to be hard, right? When everybody's just coming
Yeah.
after you for no reason. I mean, there is technically a reason, but I mean, it's not really something that she did.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
sad.
can we just. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, can we just talk about generally, like, about Vogue India? Now, you remember I wrote this post about this Kendall Jenner. I think it was Kendall Jenner.
Yes.
Kendall Jenner on the Vogue cover.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian now has been on the Vogue cover.
Yeah.
None of this makes sense. The point is, I have no idea where Vogue India is going. I haven't looked at their stats. Are they selling more magazines after Kim Kardashian, Kendall Jenner, and Suhana Khan have been on the cover? Do they sell more issues when it's a Bollywood star on the cover? I would assume so,
Yeah.
because of the number of Bollywood stars that are on the cover recently, at least.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I think their logic is if you put someone's face that is recognizable on the cover, more people are likely to pick it up. So, I mean, to me, Kendall Jenner seems less absurd than Suhana Khan for sure because she's
I
model.
agree.
She's like in the media, she's doing things, she's on that TV show, she's like on fashion weeks and she's modeling and she's done a lot of these fashion shows. She's like face of multiple brands and things. I mean, it makes some sense for her to be on Vogue of any country. Like I'm sure that like Giselle was on Vogue
Okay.
India, so she's like a legit model. So I mean, okay, I'm not comparing Kendall with Giselle, but I'm just saying, like, if you're putting models on Vogues from different countries, it makes sense. It's interesting. Like, I'm curious to see all these Western models in a sari. So that's something that I always enjoy seeing. So maybe other people enjoy it too. So even Kim Kardashian, to a certain extent, I mean, it was a little difficult to understand, but still, I know who she is. She's, I guess, somehow part of the whole fashion industry. She has like makeup stuff and all of that. So I guess I recognize her, so that's okay. That still doesn't make sense to be on the cover of Vogue India, but okay. Can we talk about the Sabyasachi sari she was wearing for just a quick second? I have.
Okay, I've not seen this. I'm going to quickly see this. You can talk about the sari in the meantime. I have to see this now.
So I love Sabyasachi. I just want to put that out there. I'm like obsessed with everything he creates. I think it's beautiful. But I don't understand that sari. He had so much to work with. Why pick that one? It was just so. I mean, it was pretty. She looked really good, but it just seemed so like basic. It's just like I don't know, 9 yards of like sequin fabric.
It's the red sari, right?
It's a red sari, yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Do you like
I don't know. The first word that came to my mind after I saw it, it just looks tacky. It looks so tacky.
Exactly.
I hate this sari styling. This one basically.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I hate this kind of styling for a sari. I don't know. It's a beautiful sari, but
exactly. I mean, do you like? I mean, it's on her, and it was like one sari. Like she wore a bunch of Indian outfits, but she wore the one sari. The rest of it was all lehengas, and that's like his thing, right? Sabyasachi's thing, like beautiful, amazing garments. Why would he pick that? I don't get it.
Are you saying he picked it, or maybe she picked it? I can see Kim Kardashian picking it. I mean, it's red sequins. It's quite dramatic.
Probably like
it's not at all Indian to me, and it's not at all Sabyasachi to me.
Yeah, that's my basic problem with it. Like, if you're gonna have this platform of having arguably like a really famous person wearing your clothes, wouldn't you try to pick something which is gonna like
I agree,
amazing? So why
like I don't think I've seen any other sari that is similar to that he's made.
Exactly, yeah. So maybe they made it specifically for her. Yeah.
Maybe, I'm thinking.
But do you remember, similarly, when Kate Middleton, I think, came to India, she was wearing like an Anita Dongre dress. That was everywhere. But it was such a pretty dress. So a lot of people like really, but this is not gonna make people say, oh, where did she get this sari? It is really
because that dress was very, very Indian. You look at it and you know it's something to do with India. It's a very Indian print. It's Indian colors and Indian kind of brightness. Yeah, this is not, I mean, this looks like a gown. It could be a gown draped.
Basically. Exactly. But think about it like people who make saris. Like if anybody is interested, we make saris. It's called Zari by Fashion of Ravis. Shameless plug inserting here. So it's on our website, fashionandfrappes.com, if you want to check it out. So as people who create saris, if you get an opportunity to dress like a super famous person, would you really pick like something which is just meh, whatever? It's not.
Yeah, because this sari is more about the material, which is just plain sequin material, than a sari, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it could be made by Sabyasachi, it could be a material you picked up somewhere in Bandra.
Okay.
I'm serious. It's true, man. It's just sequin red material.
Yeah. It reminds me of your wedding sari a little bit. Like the reception one, the red thing.
Mine was nicer. Okay. I wanted to mention something else, but I forgot. Okay, anyway. Okay, should we start our next topic?
Yeah.
Are we talked out about Suhana Khan and her Vogue cover?
Yeah, I think if we say any more, she's just gonna... I don't know. I hope if she's listening, we have nothing against you. We just don't understand why you're on the cover of Vogue. Okay, so our next topic is all of the controversy. all the controversy around the Dior saddlebag. So now, if you're on Instagram or if you follow any fashion bloggers, influencers of any country, no matter what country you're from, you probably have seen someone carrying this Dior saddlebag. Now, you might be confused how it's even a bag. I don't understand how you would carry that bag. It just baffles me. I do
And
not.
if you're confused about which bag it is, just look for a really ugly bag in some weird Dior letters, which looks like it's from the 90s.
I don't get it. It's called the saddle bag because it like looks like a saddle,
I don't know.
but you're
Yes,
supposed
so.
to sit on a saddle. Why would you want a bag shaped like it?
Okay, Satarupa, I don't think we should use a lot of logic here. I don't think this is the place for it.
So anyway, so this Dior saddle bag was basically like a design of a bag that Dior sold, I think, in the 1980s or something.
Really? That old? I didn't realize.
It's pretty
Okay,
old.
I don't know.
So
Yeah.
like I'm probably sure that that's not the correct date, but it's basically quite old. So it has not been in production for quite a while, and they're bringing it back, and it's come and they're making it in a bunch of new like fabrics and designs and things like that. So if you see these influencers, each of them, like some of them haven't even styled it, they're just holding it up or like just they're just talking about it basically. A lot of people are not even wearing the bag because they just don't know how to wear it. So and it's so strange because if you followed it from the day they started the campaign, so basically I think it started these they were instructed to put up these pictures to coincide with the launch of the bag, so it's around the same day. So even from the marketing perspective, if I think if I read an article that it was sent to the 100 top bloggers in the world, like they sent it up to their whole PR list, which is like about 100 bloggers. So some Indian bloggers are on the list, and they it's so obvious to anybody on any sort, not even on Instagram, like on any platform. Like if so many people start talking about the exact same bag at the exact same time, how does that even work? Like it's a paid promotion. Like why would anybody take you seriously? It
You know, my problem is not even with the paid promotion. Like, there are bloggers who are wearing. Okay, firstly, my problem is with the fact that it's an ugly bag. It's a really ugly bag. I don't know why Dior, from all the beautiful things they sell, are still trying to
exactly.
make this bag happen.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I've seen a lot of Indian bloggers with the bag. And there are some Indian bloggers which make sense. The bag makes sense with them because I've seen her wear Dior before. I've seen her carry Dior bags before. It totally goes with her. It's my personal opinion that the bag is ugly. She might think the bag is great. That's fine. What really is strange to me is when bloggers who were wearing Forever 21 are suddenly only wearing this Dior saddlebag. She has never talked about Dior before. It's just this random saddlebag. I mean, it just doesn't work with that kind of. I mean, I'm not saying Forever 21 is great. Wear Forever 21 if that's what you like or whatever, but why would, like, from a PR point of view, how does that make sense for Dior?
I mean, you have a problem with someone just wearing the bag out of the blue. Like, I mean, it's pretty obvious now it's been sent to them, right? So you mean the styling aspect, or just the fact that that seems to be the only like sort of luxury designer item that they have right now?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, it's not disclosed.
Yeah, that is.
That, of course.
Yeah, that is
Let's
that
get
is a
into
real
that a
question.
little later. Firstly, that, and because it's not disclosed, it's kind of obvious that it has to be an advertisement because there are so many of these bloggers now wearing it, and the fact that this person has never bothered or been interested or ever said that they are interested in Dior and now they're suddenly wearing Dior. It just doesn't go for me. It just doesn't. I mean, I don't know. That's not how whatever advertising on blogs is supposed to work.
Yeah, I totally get it. If suppose someone is saving up or like wants to buy an investment piece, do you think that ugly saddlebag would be the first thing that they buy? It makes zero sense. And would you really buy it like the day that it's been launched without like doing any research or waiting for like to see the resale value and like all of the things that you're supposed to do before you make an investment? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. So either ways, it's now there is no like hiding it. It's been sent to all of these bloggers and everybody. Everybody knows that, and I think it's working negatively. towards the sales of the bag. I read a report where there's a lot of chatter, but nobody's really buying the bag. And I'm not
Okay,
even sure.
sorry. Look at the Lady Dior. If you look at the
Yeah.
Lady Dior bag, why will you ever buy the
But
Dior
exactly.
saddle bag? Makes, I don't know. That report you were talking about totally makes sense. There's just PR. I mean, and I just think from Dior's point of view, it was really bad PR. One thing I never understand is why brands tell all bloggers, "Oh, I want this post, all of you to put this post up at one time."
Yeah, because a lot of the
Not
times,
natural.
yeah, a lot of the times they want the talk to be at a certain amount of time, so it works out for them. Like if it's an event, like for instance, Oscars or something, they want people to talk about the Oscars while it's happening, so more people. So maybe they wanted it to coincide with their launch or
Launch.
something like that. And mostly, I think they sent out these bags because it's cheaper for them to send out like 100, 200 bags to all of these people rather than have like a whole huge marketing campaign and hire like a model to be the face of the Dior saddlebag or whatever, pay someone really famous to advertise. So this is just, I think, someone came up with this. I mean, this happens all the time. It's just really noticeable because no one has disclosed it and everybody has just put it up at the same time, which I'm pretty sure was they were instructed to do. And
And honestly, the bag is really ugly.
Ugly.
I think that is
That's-
literally one of the reasons it's like so obvious.
yeah, I think you're really upset about how ugly the bag is.
I'm very
But
upset
to
about
me,
it.
a lot of this stuff that is like so overhyped is just ugly. I don't understand. Like a lot of these things that people say are really, I don't know. Like, have you, for instance, have you seen these shots now? What are they called? Paper bag shots?
Oh God, please tell me about it. Let me hear.
So look it up, okay? I think they're called paper bag pants, paper bag shorts. I don't get it. Like, I guess you have to be a very specific body type to be able to wear that, and even then, it looks ridiculous. Like, why? Like,
Are these the ones that are held up by a belt here like
yeah,
that?
yeah, and
Like
they go up
really
like that.
puffy and
Yeah,
yeah.
like I don't know, like it cinches your waist to a certain extent, but I just think it's ugly. So anyway, so some stuff like that. It's just, I guess some people do like it, but I think unanimously everybody just hates this Dior saddlebag.
So okay. So I was actually having a conversation with this. Okay, I don't know. I guess it's a girl on Instagram who she runs like it's a couture bag, handbag, some account like that. Okay, and she of course had the saddle bag. And I kind of asked him, like, do you really like this bag? Because it's not really your style. And she obviously is quite a bag fanatic and she puts up a lot of bags and most of them are beautiful. So I asked her, do you really like this bag? I mean, it's not, it's just a bit obvious seeing so many people advertise about the same bag and it's not a nice bag. And then she kind of said about how apparently Dior had sent it out, lent it out to people to wear and post about. So most of the time, I don't even think they're actually giving out the bags to people. I mean, I honestly don't know who will want the bag, but still.
It might be worth something later on just because all these people are hating on it now.
Yes.
You never know. These things always somehow come back in fashion at some point, right?
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. If Dior had sent one to Fashion and Frappes, what would we have done?
We would have rocked it.
Yeah, I would have told them, give me some money, I'll post, but keep the bag. Take the bag.
No, but honestly, we would have, okay, let's be honest. If they sent us the bag, we would, all of three of us would have fought for 10 minutes to like see
Of course.
so who would be doing it. And then, but one thing we would have done differently for sure is we would have said that it's been sent by Dior. I don't understand that aspect. I think that is what just blew this whole thing out of proportion. Like, why would you not disclose that it's a gift? It's been sent by the brand. And apparently, they had sent this whole list of instructions where they had mentioned these hashtags supplied by Dior, etc., to all of these influencers where they were supposed to while they were like putting it on Instagram or wherever, they were supposed to do that. I don't get it. Like, it's illegal. Like, you can be fined, even jailed, I think. Okay, maybe that's
okay. So, that's really strange. Why? I mean, and Oh, so it's very interesting because at least I don't, from what it works in the US, from
Hmm.
what I know, is that at the end of it, it's only the brands that get fined. It's never the bloggers that get fined because it's a responsibility of the brands to ensure that there is disclosure for advertisement.
Seriously, that's
So it's
interesting.
very strange that Dior has not made sure that this has happened. It's so weird. Like, you know that red jumpsuit I wore for a wedding recently in
Yeah,
Greece, this friend's wedding, and I put up this picture on
I
Instagram.
love it. Yeah,
And
it's
I
amazing.
later realized that jumpsuit was sent to us by Toby. Toby is this. I mean, I quite like the brand. I've got some clothes from them and did some outfit posts for them. I quite like the clothes they have, and I really panicked. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that I forgot to mention in the post. And this was sent like maybe in the beginning of Jan, and they didn't tell me anything. They just sent me the stuff and said that okay, wear it and post. If you like it, wear it, post it, whatever. Fine. And I just went back to my Instagram and I actually put it in our Instagram saying with asterisk saying that it's a sample piece, sample clothing scent or whatever. So that's what I don't understand. Like, why would you not do that yourself?
Yeah, I really don't understand. Is it country specific though? Is it like this? Is it different for different countries? Do you think?
Okay. I Okay, I have checked. I follow a lot of London bloggers, obviously, and I have seen a lot of Indian bloggers. I don't know. I believe Indian bloggers seem to be especially bad at disclosing. And I
Exactly.
think
Yeah.
that has something to do with the fact that it's regulated in the UK. You are required by the advertising authority to disclose. And of course, we do that on our blog. But some of the stuff I see on some Indian Instagrammers or on blogs, I think it's quite shocking that they don't disclose it. And some of these are really big bloggers.
Exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean. So that's something that is really strange to me. Like, do you really think at the end of the day it harms the brand or the blogger if they're wearing something and they're writing that it's been sent to them? Like, what's the harm in it? I don't understand that. Like, why would you not just say that it's been sent? Does that make your review like less honest? I mean, you can always tell that
Yeah.
whether a review is, I mean, okay, maybe for some people it's a little difficult to judge. Maybe it might make a little difference if they know that you've been sent the product for free, but at the end of the day you are basically, I don't know, you're being dishonest, you're cheating your, basically, people who read your blog or like
Yeah,
supporting your
but
Instagram. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you just not disclose that something's been sent to you?
yeah, but I think like for us, if you post about something and you say it's great on the blog, there are times I think about buying it without actually asking you separately. Shatrupa, do you think this is really good? Because what you're saying is good on the blog is, I believe you think it is good, which is why I went and bought that whatever MAC lipstick, for instance.
Was it good?
It was fine. It was great. But that's my point, okay? Like Bidisha posted about this brand called Innisfree.
Yeah.
It's a Korean brand and you don't get it in India. So I was like, okay, Koel, you posted about, that's what I called her nickname. I said, you posted about this. Please send me some of their stuff. It looks great. And she sent it to me. But it's not like, okay, of course, you should not be lying to your readers and people who actually genuinely follow your blog or look for tips or whatever that they're looking at your blog for. But I mean, at the end of it, I know, like sometimes my mom sees the skincare that we talk about and goes and buys that stuff. I mean, why will I ever talk about something that I don't want my mom to buy?
Exactly. I mean, I get it. Like a lot of these, okay, and for anybody who's confused by this, a lot of these bloggers, a lot of bloggers, including us, are sent products, samples, and beauty products, clothes, hair products, whatever it may be. They send this to try and then write reviews on their blogs. So the expectation always is that you try it yourself and then you write an honest review. Some brands, and this has happened to us, I can speak uh, like for us personally, brands have mentioned like we will only send this to you if you write a positive review. So in that case it is up to the blogger, like what, like how you want to take it forward. Like if you are okay for, like, I mean, I don't know, to me it seems like selling your soul for some free shampoo, then go for it. Like, I mean, live your life, what can you do? But at the end of the day it's up to you. Like, as they say, content is king. If you keep shelling like crappy products, crappy shampoos, and things like that, people are going to catch on, right? Like, as you said, people do read these things and people like take you seriously and buy your recommendation. Things like that, you really doesn't work out for you in the long run. So I really don't get why you would not disclose when something's been sent. A lot of bloggers, almost, I think I've read a bunch of blogs where they've written that this has been sent to us, and but the like what I'm writing is my own thoughts, like, and there've been positive and negative reviews. It doesn't really have to be that that if you write an honest review that the brand is going to stop wanting to work with you. And if it is such a brand, then maybe you shouldn't be working with them in the first place, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're writing something, it's for your readers to read it and to maybe get something out of it, maybe some information, maybe like they want to know what you prefer. Why would you want to cheat people who are supporting your blog? And it's illegal. So that's that.
I think the problem is in India there are not really regulations spelling it out. It's like ethical. There are, you have your ethics and you have your own whatever self-respect and your work as a blogger, but I feel maybe I'm not sure. I haven't actually done a lot of research on it, so I should not actually say this without checking. But I don't remember seeing anything where it specifically stated that this is the kind of disclaimer you need and stuff like that. Because I've also seen a lot of bloggers do this very shady thing of disclaimer, saying that the disclaimer goes like this: "Oh, thank you to some brand."
Yeah, the brand. Yeah, thank you for.
So, like, are you thanking them because they made the great product? Are you thanking them because they sent you the product for free? Are you thanking them because they sent it to you for free and paid you to do the advertisement, right? I mean, that's not really clear.
I think Instagram at some point is regulating this, right? I see a lot of these posts with like paid partnership with so and so brand.
Yeah.
So there are now so many different ways that you can disclose what what stuff you've bought yourself and what's been sent to you. So really no reason to hide. But
Agree.
There have been certain times when a brand will write to us and say, we're sending you this, and if you have to disclose, like disclose it in a certain way so that it sounds like slightly better than, oh, we were sent this for free sort of thing. So in that case, I think we do, it's a collaboration with a brand or something like that.
I mean, if, to be honest, like if it's a free sample of something, I'll just write free sample. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there has been times when brands specifically have written and said that this is how you should word it, which I appreciate. Like at least you are aware that you're going to write this, that like, you know, it's been sent to us. We're not going to say that we just like, you know, word ourselves, etc. So
that's right.
Yeah. But it's definitely something that Indian bloggers specifically need to, I think, start doing. Because sometimes even I see stuff on someone's like Instagram or on someone's blog, and I always wonder, like, has it been sent to them? Have they found this out by themselves? And it does make a difference.
You know, I would like to name the names, honestly. These are big bloggers, but I'm happy to name the names and ask them. But the only reason I don't want to name the names is because I don't know. I don't know if it is a paid post or it's not. You realize, like, there is no way to actually know unless they admit and say that it is a paid post, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious to me.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. It might not be obvious to a reader, right?
Yeah.
We understand how it works because we blog. We know how the system works. We know how this whole sample system works, or where you are paid to write about posts and stuff like that. But I mean, think about it. Just some reader of ours, unless they read our disclaimer on the blog, they don't know how this works. They don't know that we are somebody's talking about some lipstick or something just because they've been told to talk about it. So I think also, I remember, I know you were saying about how, you know, you think it's really bad in India. You think, why is it like that? But I also think India is also it's not that much of this sponsored blog post and YouTube market the way the US is. Even the UK is kind of catching up, but UK is also quite behind even the US. So in India, there's not that much education about this whole thing, about how you can check a blog post and know. Consumers are not being educated on whether something is actually harmful for you or actually good for you, or it's a paid advertisement or not. I mean, even celebrities, there are so many celebrities doing it without disclosing at the end of it, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, yeah, you see the Shah Rukh Khan ad and you know it's pretty obvious when he's talking about some shampoo, which I'm sure he's never even heard of, but some of the others might be confusing.
I think someone got sued for some cement thing. I think it was Akshay Kumar. Do you know about this? I know you're an Akshay Kumar fan. So have you heard about this?
I would know.
I think it was some cement company that he was promoting, and then something went wrong. They found out that the cement was something went wrong basically, and he was named in the suit. Like sort of like they included him because he was promoting it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't give a lot of credit to somebody who buys cement based on Akshay Kumar's advertisement of it.
It might not be him. It might be someone else actually. It might be, but I'm pretty sure it was a Bollywood person. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, maybe we are like really doing some kind of problem naming Akshay Kumar when it's not him. We are going to get sued back. Okay, so are we done with our topics? Is there anything more we need to chat about?
Yeah, those were our three. The last
Okay.
one was about the disclaimer about paid posts,
Yeah.
etc. So,
I was actually thinking, how are we going to talk about only this stuff for so long? And we have talked about this for a really long time. We had a lot of things to say.
exactly. How long has it been actually? I'm not
I don't know. Okay, maybe we should wrap it up then. Yeah?
Yeah. So, any last thoughts?
Guys, no last thoughts, but just to everybody who's watching, please give us any feedback you have. This is the first one we are doing. And if you tell us that we should continue, we'll continue. If we are bored, we'll continue. But if you tell us that it's really bad and stop, we'll still continue. So whatever. But anyway, just tell us, give us some feedback. And yeah, that's it.
We might stop if you really hate it. So let us know if you
No,
really
but,
hate it.
but it's so much fun gossiping like this, man.
Then we'll have something in common with Suhana Khan. If not the Vogue cover, but all the hate. But we would really appreciate topics or any subjects that you would like us to talk about. That would be something that would be really helpful. And also any other suggestions, frankly, like format related or timing related or anything, really. Let's just put it like that, anything basically. We'd appreciate any sort of feedback. We need all the help we can get. So this was fun, yeah. So this was fun, and next time we'll try to rope in Bidisha as well. So thank you for listening. Thanks a lot, and you can leave us a comment whether this is gonna go up, and we'll let you know when the next one is and what our plans are. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.